finest in local sports programming. SCT Sports.
Suburban Community Television presents Suburban Lake High School football. And tonight, it's the Eagles of Norristown taking on the Bucks of Central Bucks West. The Mighty Bucks against the Eagles of Norristown. Hello, everyone. At War Memorial Field, it's Bob Friedman and Tom White. This is bonus coverage, folks. This is one of the games of the year as the number 2 ranked team in the state, Norristown, will take on the Mighty Bucks. We are just, Tom will have commentary momentarily, as setting it up at the 40-yard line for Norristown, dressed in their white jerseys and blue pants, Albie Morano. He'll be kicking off to A.J. Nidosic, and as well as Dennis Cliggett. Cliggett gets it, he fumbles the ball at the 15-yard line, picks it up, dances to the 20, to the 25, the 30, the 35, the 35-yard line, and he's brought down there. Near disaster on the kickoff, turns into a big gainer. Cliggett takes it up to the 36-yard line, and we are underway.
I coached Dennis when he was 10 years old, Bob. He's always been a player. He was a player at 10. He still wanted 15 years old. Great kid. A lot of times you panic when you fumble a ball like that on a kickoff. He does a nice job, takes it upfield, and West got good field position.
Quarterback Travis Blumgren. He'll hand it off and taking it for about 2, maybe 3 yards. We'll get some numbers here. So many fans here tonight that the pro sold out, so we're going to do the best we can to find out who these players are. Of course, we have, we know who number 2 is for Norristown.
Yeah, Damian Carroll, 300 yards rushing last week. The score in Norristown game didn't look like 300 yards, but nonetheless they won the game, and here they are right now, early in the season, 2 of the top teams supposedly in the state.
Dave Armstrong is one of the one of the backs. And off. Taking for some good yardage up to about the 44-yard line. That's Dan Montgomery on the carry. I mentioned Nidosic as being back on the kickoff, and of course I have to get my mistakes early. Nidosic is the quarterback for Norristown. It was Dan Montgomery, the other deep man, and he is the ball carrier last time. Blumgren. He's got a backfield of Hout. Oh, they have a double wing side. And the handoff goes to Armstrong. Armstrong plows his way close to the first down. He should have it. Big Dave Armstrong.
Dave Armstrong, for those people that don't know, only a 10th grader and captain of the team. Very unusual in a West program that usually is led by seniors. But again, because of his size and his experience playing in all those youth programs growing up, Dave, big week last week, over 100 yards rushing, as is Travis Blumgren. He had about 50 against a good Pennsbury team.
Backs are in the eye. Luke Maroney is the tailback. Now they shift out of it. Montgomery goes and wing left as Maroney. He goes off the left side. Montgomery brings it to the 45, to the 43-yard line. A shift out of the backfield. Maroney with a blocking back up front. And following the block beautifully was Dan Montgomery. Hill.
Had a bad knee. He got banged up last year, and he's really worked hard to get back into this lineup. But it's still, like, even in the first game that we got to see him play, his knee is bothering him. So we look for him to maybe get some spots during the game because of that.
2nd and 7. They've been on the ground the whole way here. And they stay on the ground as Montgomery. No, it's a keeper by Blumgren, and he'll take it around the left side. We saw Ben Snyder do that so many times. Of course, Blumgren filling in. It was Blumgren, the crowd, so too. And the keeper doesn't work. They'll lose yardage, and it'll be 4th down. I'll tell you what, that looked like a great handoff, and then Blumgren just kept it himself.
Number 30, Will Gant, the defensive end for the Eagles, does a great job, doesn't bite on that inside dive play, holds his ground, is able to take Blumgren down. And now it's 4th and 2, 4th and a long 2, maybe 3 here, Bob. I got to believe West got the momentum. Maybe you take a shot at it here. What do you think, early in the game?
Oh, I think they'll take a shot at it. It's really a punt, so we'll put them back deep. But they want to take the shot and establish them early on. By the way, if you're just coming out from getting the jalapeno dip, If you're a Jersey City fan, no, folks, this isn't Jersey City against Del Valle. This is bonus coverage. This is one of the games of the year for the PIAA Mythical Championship, real championship. Norristown taking on Central Bucks West because you wanted it. You got it. And a reminder early on, to let you know right away, the VHS copies of this and all other SCTU sporting events are available by calling 345-5154. Monday through Friday during business hours. Another reminder to take your questions to the line on Sportsline. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. right here on SCT9. That's TV that hits home. And one other reminder to tune in to Cover, the only magazine show focusing exclusively on the greater Bucks County area. Join host Lee Wolf this month as he looks at the Habitat for Humanity Greater Bucks, a Civil War reenactment in Quakertown, and the Bucks County Generals Junior League Ice Hockey Team. That's covered Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m. We are ready. They are going to go for it. Double wing to the right side. Armstrong, the sole setback. Long count by Blumgren. Now motion goes Maroney. Off to the left side. Armstrong gets past one tackler. He's got the first down, it looks like.
Well, that time Will Gant does the same thing. Does a nice job. Keeps Armstrong to the outside, but there you go. A big guy. His power gives him that stiff arm, is able to shed Will Gant. 9 points early.
Now the officials want to talk something, maybe an equipment problem. Looks like with the middle guard there, it looks like his jersey is not tucked in there. They got it straightened away. So now we'll get back down to business. 8:09 to go in the first quarter. No score. The Bucks have moved to 3 first downs. They are in Norristown territory. Blumgren looking to pass. He's got a man deep, wide open, throws it too long. Oh, he had the man and could not get it to him. And that was Andy Fiore, who was wide open. Blumgren showed a good arm, maybe a little bit too good.
I'll tell you, I love that play. That play is so hard to cover as a team because they send 3 guys into a zone where you only have 2 guys, and you're always going to have somebody open. He just gets a little too excited, does Travis, and gets the ball to sail, but that play is going to be there all night.
Well, I'll tell you what, as he gets more experience with that play, he'll learn to maybe put a little more air under that ball and let him run under the ball. An amazing headline in the Intelligencer today, Tom. Underdog Bucks. You don't hear that too often. Now, movement in the backfield. Now a single setback again. And the quick look-in pass goes, and for very little yardage was Greg Lutz.
And that was Damian Carroll coming up playing defense as well as offense. Came up real quick on Lutz. Never let him square his shoulders and get started and wraps him up. Boy, that's a big play. West really getting the key to this drive is they're getting big yardage, 5 to 7 yards on first down. You got to, as a coach, you got to love coming in 2nd and 5s, 2nd and 6, and they've been doing it this whole time.
But it's 3rd and 5 right now, as the Bucks have shown the offense, and they show a passing formation again. Motion is Maroney, and I think we're going to have a penalty against the Bucks. There may have been 2 men in motion there.
Here you go. 2
Dead
games
ball.
for Damian
False
Carroll.
start.
234
Repeat
yards
3.
in his first game. 304 yards in his second game. 538 yards in 2 games. That's going to be interesting when we change sides of the ball here.
Well, it's impressive, and you see why they've been trying to use the running game. They want to keep Carroll off the offensive field as much as possible. Now we have a 3rd and just inside 10 yards to go. Maroney again goes in motion. Blumgren rolling right. Under a rush. And he won't get away, and he's brought down deep in the backfield. And it'll be a 4th down, and this time, Tom, I think they're going to have to punt the ball away.
James Kelly comes from his linebacker spot, and I'll tell you what good teams will do on that rollout pass is the linebacker to the short side of the field is when a guard out of there, he'll run right up in that spot that's been vacated by the guard and chase the quarterback. That time's James Kelly does that and gets Travis Blumgren from behind. West is going to have to compete with speed tonight, which is something that a lot of times you don't always run into in the Suburban 1.
On 4th down, in the kick. Carroll is deep. High kick, they kick it away from Carroll. High spiral out of bounds, way upfield. Not a great kick as he angled it for the outside. Goes out on the 20-yard line. Kicker is Tim Funston. And it will be Norristown's turn. No score as the Bucks kept it for over almost 9 minutes, but there was no score. Excuse me, almost 6 minutes, but there's war. And now here we go. It'll be Nidosic is the quarterback. One of the tailbacks is James Kelly. And I'm looking for Carroll. There's Carroll. He's at the wing now. He moves into the tailback spot. And it is he who takes a handout. Cut to the left side. Breaks around and he won't get outside. Then Montgomery strings him out and he will lose yardage.
And that's what you got to do. You can't let a speed back like Damian Carroll square his shoulders to the line of scrimmage. There he bounced inside. It looked like on a little scissors type play or design scissors. He bounced inside then out, and when he was going out, he was running towards the sideline. And Montgomery does a great job to never let him square his shoulders.
If he's going to get 200 yards, he's going to have to run for 209 because he lost 9 on that first carry. Kelly again, single setback, moving from the wing spot again is Damian Carroll. Back to pass, left-handed quarterback. Pumps, he's under trouble. He's down at the 2-yard line. Oh, the Bucks defense, it's a coverage sack.
It looked like he was maybe trying to have some kind of screen pass, like he pumped and then he was going to go back, and everybody, whoever he was looking for, was not open or wasn't in the right spot, and he had to eat it. 2 big plays for West on the first 2 plays.
Well, Isaiah's forward progress was stopped at the 4, so now make it 3rd down and 25 yards to go. The ball at the 4-yard line, as he had no shot there. Nidosic went back, looked at the screen, all of a sudden the middle of the line just collapsed on him. Backs in the eye. Handoff goes to Damian Carroll. He'll get a couple of yards. It'll be 4th down, and Norristown has gone 3 and way out as they lost over 20 yards. And now the Bucks can set themselves up in good field position. Back deep goes Montgomery.
Well, coming into the game, if you would have said near the end of the first quarter that Damian Carroll would have
Look down. No way. He broke away. He's to the 26-yard line, and Dennis Gliggett is exciting early on.
He's a good kid, great heart. Probably comes in at 5'9", 150 pounds, and his heart is probably 130 of it. So good kid. And again, there you show type of player he is. He looks like he's stopped for the loss, going to get tackled down, just keeps those legs chugging, makes something out of nothing. Weston, great field position.
Ball is at the 27-yard line of Norristown. 3:35 first quarter. Glad you could join us for this bonus Suburban One League tilt between Norristown and CB West. Handoff to Armstrong. Breaks over to the left side and struggles for about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Again, that Will Gant, number 30, he is real active from his defensive end spot, closes real hard, able to take it away. But look at how much they got on 1st down again, Bob. A good 4.5 yards. If you get that on 1st down, it's going to be tough to beat if you don't turn the ball over.
Blumgren again, the quarterback. Out in the left side, slotted to the left is is Montgomery. Armstrong single setback. And it goes to Armstrong up the middle, breaks free. He's to the 15 and down to the 12-yard line. Dave Armstrong, all 6'3", 245 pounds of him, takes it for a Bucks 1st down.
There he is, big guy, 10th grader, folks. Already being recruited by some of the major colleges.
I think.
That time they run short side of the field, just a little eye power play off tackle, led by Dave Armstrong. He gets right up in Damian Carroll's face. Damian Carroll tries to spin off of it, but trying to avoid the block. Montgomery's able to run inside it and get down. And we're knocking on the door, or the Bucks are.
They're going to measure for the 1st down while we have this moment. Remember, the Nothing Really is SCT's slightly off the wall talk music variety show. Join Tom this month at a jam set featuring Kitty Mayo, bluesman Willie, and Tommy Conwell with his new band, the Little Kings. Watch Nothing Really Wednesdays at 9 p.m. And they put it down, and it is a 1st and goal for Central Bucks West. 2:19 to go in the first quarter. It's been all West, although there's been no score on in the game. West took the first possession, moved to 3 first downs, and then stalled a bit. Norristown went 3 and backwards, And West took over on a great return by Cliggett at the 26-yard line. They're due first and goal. Full house backfield. Armstrong, he's in! Dave Armstrong draws first blood for the Bucks at 2:07 mark of the first quarter. It is 6-0 CB West.
Norristown ranked number 22 in the nation, USA Today. Really highly touted. And here you see it real tough to come up here to Doylestown, Pennsylvania, into Buck Heaven and try to play on a Friday night. You got to love it. Good weather is supporting both teams. And West, chance right here to go up 7-0. 2:07 first quarter.
Steve Patterson will try the point after. The kick is up. It's plenty long, and it's good. So Patterson puts it in, and it's 7-0 CB West.
Well, you got to like Pettin there. He takes the ball, good field position, and Mike's got a lot of weapons. He just says, hey, I'm gonna take this football and do some simple things. I'm gonna block hard and see if I can punch it in. And that's all he did. He ran some power plays with Armstrong and Montgomery, and they were getting 4 or 5 yards of play. No reason to get fancy when you can do that.
Perfect night for football. Temperature probably in the high to mid to high 60s. Almost no wind. Looking for the flag, it is sitting straight down. A great night, not too hot, not too cold. As Goldilocks said, just right. And while we have a moment, reminder that sponsorships are still available for the fall season. Call 215-345-5154 and catch the award-winning Teens Talk Line Mondays at 8 p.m. Now that's produced by teens for teens. That's right here on SCT9. That's TV that hits home. The Bucks come out to, it will be Steve Patterson. Showed a big leg there. I'll tell you, we saw a major league leg last week against North Bend in that Lon Becker of Council Rock. What can he hammer the ball? If you didn't see it, folks, Tom and I almost jumped out of the booth. He hit a 45-yarder and made it by a lot. Kickoff. Oh, they try a short pooch kick. Now they're going to keep Carroll. One of the upbacks gets it, and he's brought right down there at the 25-yard line. Interesting. They refuse to kick it deep to Damian Carroll.
I mean, think about it. The guy's got 500 yards in 2 games. I'd do the same thing. You got to love it.
Kevin Shell who took the ball, and the Eagles will start out at about their own 28-yard line. Now, they started at their own 9th time and lost 9 real fast.
Brent Moser on the tackle for West on a kickoff. Nice job.
Backs in the eye. Carroll, the deep back. Kelly, the up back behind Nadosic. Pitch goes to Carroll. Turns his shoulders. He's got 2. He's got 3. He's out of bounds.
I think as a coach tonight, every time number 2 touches the ball, you got to hold your breath, because I know Mike and Mike Carey say, hey, we could be up 2 scores, and this guy could tie the score in 2 very quickly. So I know all week they had a guy on the scout team wearing number 2, and they made this team so conscious of him.
He gained 300 yards against a very good Abington team. 5-yard gain on the carry. Single setback is Carroll. No, it's not Carroll. It's taken by number 3, and that's Lofton Thompson. He'll get about 4. He'll be close to the first down. Call 3rd and a long 1. Actually making it short, closer to 2 yards to go. They have to get just outside the 39. They're just on the 37, so it's a long 1, short 2. Single setback. Nadosic. The pitch goes to Lofton Thompson. He'll have the first down and a little bit more as he gets it over the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Well, that would be the real counter here tonight, I think, for Norristown, Bob, is if number 2 is all they got, Damian Carroll, then West has got a good chance, knowing their style in the past, to be able to take one guy away. But if you have another guy or a third guy that you can go to, then Damon Carroll becomes even a better player. So if Mr. Lofton becomes a big player tonight, then it frees it up for Damian Carroll. Interesting to see what Norristown does with their offensive weapons.
Carroll doesn't like to what he sees, so he calls a timeout. We'll take a timeout and be right back. Don't go away.
For years, the friendly and knowledgeable staff of Gem Jewelers has been helping you select the finest jewelry for all of life's important events. Now, Gem Jewelers has moved both of their stores to one expanded location on Route 611 at Bristol Road. Inside, you'll find a spacious new showroom with one of the largest selections in the area. You'll find great values on their large selection of diamond engagement rings, watches, and designer jewelry. Their new line of porcelain figurines make great gifts, too. They do all of their own work, and a graduate gemologist is always on hand. So for all this and the same great prices, stop in at Gem Jewelers.
Carousel Flowers.
A beautiful shop.
Filled with fresh flowers.
Flowers that last.
A single stem.
A splendid arrangement.
Straight from the heart.
Carousel Flowers.
A wedding bouquet.
A basket of fruit.
Plants of all kinds.
Port Marion.
Plush animals.
Delaware Valley College, celebrating 100 years in 1996. For more information, call 215-345-1500.
And we are back. We got so wrapped up in the game, it wasn't a timeout. It was the end of the first quarter. There's a 7-0 lead for CB West. Bob Friedman along with Tom White. Damian Carroll carried and lost yardage again on the first play of the second quarter, so make it 2nd and 12. Nadawson, 30, cuts to the left side, 35, 40, 45, midfield, 45, 40, 35, and out of bounds. Stan Montgomery, he followed the picket fence beautifully.
That's right. You picked it up right, Bob. He did such a nice job to stay on the outside hip of that blocker and stayed there the whole time. And he got 10, 12 extra yards because of that. And then if he gets one more step, he could have been going all the way. And you know what? The West offensive line on that play, look now.
Haupt on one side, Maroney on the other, Armstrong in the middle. And the handoff goes to Armstrong. He's got 5, he's got 4, he's got 5. He's close to the first down.
Power football, it's tough to beat. Now what's going to happen is Norristown has got to make some adjustments on defense. You see Dave Armstead stepping in a huddle, Haupt and Maroney looking for a call from the bench. What they might have to do is put more guys on a line of scrimmage and put them in the gaps and try to take away the power. Got into the backfield, and I think that's so important because why do it? Why do you fake? You're trying to get the defense to do something else, and if you do it well, believe me, it's one step, and sometimes one step, and to get that defensive guy to take that one extra step could mean a touchdown.
2nd and 3, 4, ball at the 5-yard line. They can get a first down without a touchdown. Armstrong, touchdown! They got the first down and the touchdown. Dave Armstrong makes it 13-0. And the Bucks are happy. Eagles. Dave Armstrong took it right over, and you just can't bring him down. He's got to have close to 100 yards already. So Armstrong with a 5-yard run. And it's 13-0. Patterson will come in for the extra point attempt. Snap's good, the placement's good, the kick again.
Or even higher than West, and it's tough to come in here. And if you make mistakes, West will take advantage of it. You saw that first series, they had two big losses on offense. The second series, they had a penalty, an illegal formation, a loss. And West has just tackled and blocked and run hard. That's all they've done tonight. And they're up 14-0. They do the little things that you maybe take for granted well, and that's why they do so well.
The Bucks with a 14-0 lead. High and short like an onside kick. It's going to bounce. Oh, and it's taken there by Lofton Thompson, who breaks outside the coverage. And a little bit of a breakdown. Thompson almost took it all the way as the contained man on the outside got a little bit too hungry for the ball. Lofton Thompson gets a nice return, and that's the problem. You've got to keep you contained on the outside. You see that ball bounce, yeah, you can go, it's a free ball, but you got to make sure that
Maroney, a partner here at Class Harlan Real Estate, located in the heart of Doylestown Borough. Our office at 15 West State Street used to be the livery stable for Doyle's Tavern, which is now known as the Mellon Bank. We are neighbors to the famous Doylestown Inn and Kenny's Newsstand. I've been in the real estate business in Bucks County for over 10 years and pride myself in going the extra mile to service my clients and customers. Call me and I would be happy to talk to you about your real estate needs. I always have time for a neighbor.
And we are back at War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania for this big game between CB West and Norristown. Bob Friedman along with Tom White. While you were away, the Eagles had one running play. And yes, Damian Carroll did have a gain of a half-yard on the carry. Backs a split, back to pass, goes Nadosic. He'll complete it there, and he'll be close to the first down on a nice look-in pass. This time, made a nice catch on the ball.
Well, that time he catches the ball as he's running on that slant here. That's a real nice easy, because the ball kind of comes right into your arm, where when you go down and do that hook, it's kind of coming straight at you. A little more control, a little more discipline with your hands. There you can crate a little bit. Does a nice job. Here at Norristown has a chance to maybe get their first down of the night. Think about the philosophy, too, with the power game for West, right? It uses up the clock.
Absolutely. Third down, a short yard to go. The ball inside the 40-yard line of CB West. Handoff goes, and getting the first down is Lofton Thompson.
And that's what I was saying. They had a chance to get their first down, and it looks like they're going to get their first down, I believe.
Second first down. It was Carroll on the carry.
That's correct.
They got one a little bit earlier, so it's the second first down. That was Carroll on the carry, I beg your pardon. So it's a first down for Norristown with 5:40 to go in the first half. The Bucks with a 14-0 lead over the single setback as Kelly. Wing to the left is Carroll. Now the look-in pass again. Hickson, oh, baby. Nice coverage there. It'll be a short gain, but ever so close to Dennis Cliggett coming up with it. You got to be careful on that, is because you can pump it, and all of a sudden you're looking at eating these guys' dust.
Well, you know that's what they're setting them up for. It's going to be pump, and they're going to get Dennis Cliggett to bite a little bit, and then he's going to run up the sideline, and Dosick will try to.
If he guesses right, he's running down the other sideline, because that's a dead giveaway touchdown if he's intercepted. Gain of 6 on the play. Now the handoff underneath goes to Kelly, and he's not getting anywhere. They tried that little slip handoff underneath, and the middle of the line. I'll tell you, the defensive line for the Bucks are just winning the battle in the trenches.
Oh yeah, Tommy Halp's doing an awesome job in there. As Maroney also in there, number 42, and linebackers playing tough too. Leo Schultz, Lutz, 43, one of the captains. Really, that center of that defensive line are really playing some tough football.
So making a third down on the loss and make it 3rd and 5. Back to pass, Nadosic. Pumps, and he's got his man deep, and it's going to be knocked away beautifully. Travis Blumgren, and that's what we saw him do all last year. That's what we used to see him do. Knock the ball away on defense.
Well, I teach you to play the football. Your defensive back, Travis's safety, he's got to take a good angle, and then when he sees the ball up there, he breaks on it, and he's got to time his jump, and he went highest point, actually out-jumped the offensive guy, and is able to knock it down.
Well disciplined. They have a quick timeout on 4th down. We'll take a break and be right back.